Movies have convinced millions of people that fuel tankers explode instantly. The real story is completely different. The secret isn't luck. It's hidden deep inside the engineering of every modern fuel tanker. And the first answer begins with something almost nobody ever sees: what's inside the tank itself. Unlike what most people imagine, a fuel tanker isn't one giant tank. Inside, it's divided into several separate compartments.
Each compartment holds a smaller amount of fuel, making the entire vehicle more balanced and much easier to control.
Unlike what most people imagine, a fuel tanker isn't one giant tank. Inside, it's divided into several separate compartments. Each compartment holds a smaller amount of fuel, making the entire vehicle more balanced and much easier to control.
Without these compartments, thousands of gallons of fuel would surge forward during braking with tremendous force.
That sudden movement, known as liquid surge, can dramatically affect a truck's stability if it's not carefully controlled.
But even perfect balance can't eliminate every danger. There's another invisible threat that most people never think about.
As the truck rolls down the highway, friction constantly generates static electricity. Most drivers never notice it, but engineers certainly do. That's why many fuel tankers use grounding systems that safely release static electricity before it can become dangerous. Before a single drop of fuel is transferred, the tanker is grounded to remove every possible electrical charge. Static electricity is only one part of the safety system. Every trip begins with a detailed inspection designed to catch problems before they happen. But even with all these safety systems, accidents can still happen. So what really happens when a fuel tanker crashes? When a fuel tanker faces an emergency, the biggest danger isn't always fire. It's keeping nearly 40 tons of weight under control.
Movies often show fuel tankers exploding instantly. In the real world, that's almost never what happens.
Modern tankers are designed to absorb enormous forces while protecting the fuel inside. Multiple safety layers help prevent catastrophic failure.
If a tanker is involved in an accident, trained emergency crews focus on controlling leaks, protecting the area, and preventing ignition.
But one question has fueled debate for decades. Could a single bullet really make a fuel tanker explode?
Hollywood has made this one of its favorite action scenes. But real life doesn't follow a movie script.
Modern fuel tankers are engineered with multiple layers of protection designed to reduce risk during unexpected events. Before these vehicles ever reach the road, they undergo extensive testing to evaluate how they perform under extreme conditions. The real story isn't about dramatic explosions. It's about thousands of carefully planned safety decisions made every single day.
So if modern engineering has solved so many problems, why do fuel tanker fires still make headlines from time to time? That's the next piece of the story.
Most tanker incidents don't begin with the fuel itself. They begin with the same road hazards every driver faces.
That's why tanker drivers receive specialized training far beyond an ordinary commercial driver's license.
Training prepares drivers to recognize risks early and make calm decisions long before a situation becomes an emergency. Technology alone isn't enough. Regular inspections and maintenance are just as important as the engineering itself. So after decades of engineering improvements, one surprising question still remains. Why don't fuel tankers carry the fuel all the way to the top? Surprisingly, a fuel tanker is never filled completely. That empty space is one of its most important safety features. As fuel warms, it naturally expands. That extra space gives it room to do exactly that without creating unnecessary stress inside the tank.
Professional loading systems are carefully monitored to keep every tanker within safe operating limits before it leaves the terminal.
No single safety feature protects a fuel tanker. It's the combination of many independent systems working together. But there's one final misconception that still surprises millions of people. Is gasoline really the most dangerous fuel inside these tankers? So why do tanker fires still appear in the news? Because rare doesn't mean impossible.
Most serious incidents begin with ordinary road accidents, not with a failure of the tank itself.
That's why emergency crews focus first on protecting people, securing the area, and reducing further risk.
Every layer of protection reduces risk. Together, they make fuel transportation far safer than most people realize. The next time you pass a fuel tanker, you'll know there's far more protecting it than meets the eye.
By now, you've seen that no single feature makes a fuel tanker safe. Its real strength comes from layers of engineering working together.
Every compartment helps keep the liquid stable, giving the driver more control during normal driving and unexpected maneuvers. Another critical safety feature quietly manages pressure inside the tank as environmental conditions change. Engineering alone isn't enough. Every journey also depends on careful inspections carried out before the truck leaves the terminal. And yet, there's one more reason these trucks are so remarkably safe: the people behind the wheel.
Long before the engine starts, safety begins with a careful inspection. Every trip starts with a routine designed to catch small problems before they become big ones. Driving a fuel tanker isn't about speed. It's about anticipating problems before they happen. Professional tanker drivers are trained to think several seconds ahead, giving themselves more time to react safely. Whether crossing mountains, cities, or busy highways, the same principles apply: preparation, awareness, and discipline.
When skilled professionals and smart engineering work together, transporting fuel becomes far safer than most people imagine.
So what's the real secret? It's not one invention. It's dozens of safety systems working together at the same time.
Modern fuel tankers are the result of decades of engineering improvements, careful testing, and lessons learned from the past.
Movies are designed to entertain. Real engineering is designed to prevent disasters before they happen. Every day, thousands of fuel tankers travel millions of miles, quietly delivering the energy that keeps modern life moving. So the next time you see a fuel tanker, remember, you're not looking at a ticking time bomb. You're looking at one of the safest engineered transportation systems on the road. Even the markings on a fuel tanker serve a purpose. They help other drivers recognize the vehicle quickly, especially in poor visibility.
Many of the most important safety features are hidden underneath the truck, completely invisible to passing traffic.
Safety isn't just built into the truck. It's built into every step of the transportation process. Millions of fuel deliveries are completed safely each year, thanks to careful planning, professional drivers, and continuous engineering improvements.
And yet, one question remains. What's the biggest misconception people still have about fuel tankers?
Myth number 1, fuel tankers are constantly on the verge of exploding. Reality, modern tankers are designed with multiple independent safety systems to greatly reduce risk. Myth number 2, every tanker is just one giant container. Reality, internal compartments help improve stability and make transportation safer. Myth number 3, safety depends only on the truck. Reality, skilled drivers, inspections, and strict procedures are just as important. Myth number 4, fuel transportation is mostly luck. Reality, it relies on engineering, training, planning, and constant attention to safety. The biggest surprise isn't that fuel tankers carry flammable cargo. It's how much engineering goes into making that journey as safe as possible. When you put every safety layer together, you begin to see the real picture. Modern fuel tankers are designed so that every single day, these vehicles quietly supply the fuel that powers homes, hospitals, businesses, farms, and millions of vehicles across the country. Behind every successful delivery are thousands of engineers, technicians, inspectors, drivers, and emergency. The next time you see a fuel tanker on the highway, you'll probably notice something different. Not danger, but decades of thoughtful engineering. Sometimes, the greatest engineering achievement isn't creating something spectacular. It's making extraordinary safety look completely ordinary. So why don't fuel tankers explode? Because modern safety depends on preparation, engineering, and countless smart decisions working together.
The safest engineering is often the engineering you never notice.
But this journey doesn't end here. Once the fuel reaches a gas station, another hidden engineering story begins. In our next documentary, we'll explore how gas stations safely store thousands of gallons of fuel beneath your feet.
Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep looking closer, because the world's greatest engineering is often hidden in plain sight.